Okay, Mario, once again with MIA Microflight. Today, Saturday, January the 17th, 2026, and I thought I'd do another video. These are helicopters that have been sitting on my shelves once again for a long time. This is the 9 Eagles Kestrel 500, a great little helicopter. When you get it dialed in just right, these things fly beautifully. For the simplicity of the simplicity of the design and the electronics. Let me give you a perspective on the interior of this helicopter. It's basically just a 180 size motors that I have used much earlier helicopters of my own design, such as the Bumblebee 180 motor, driving the main rotor here, and the tail rotor is driven by a direct drive, and I believe these are well, they're slightly larger than an N50 motor, to be able to contend with the torque of the main rotor. But basically, that's all there is to it. This wash plate's missing here, and the rotor head's missing here because I've had a few of these. One of them I modified, and I will explain what my modifications were to that one back in the day when I bought these. So I'm reworking some of these. I'm making my own parts, missing components that you cannot get these days. There's so many years. So I made this one out of 3D printed form. I have another one in aluminum. So these are some of the upgrades that I'm making here. About the simplicity and the control, that all-in-one controller. Look at that. It's just a one board, very clean. So I have to, after so many years, I still have to give kudos to 9 Eagles for coming up with this very simple and effective, and it works like a charm. 4-in-1. This would be an all-in-one controller. It's got the gyro. It's a receiver, gyro, and speed control for the motors of the helicopter. So very nice setup. This one right here is one that I modded when I first got this. When I saw this, I had to get one because it was one of my favorite canopies. Even though the designs, it's still not quite the Hughes 500. It's got some little, the angles is very important. It's a little too narrow in height for the typical Hughes 500. If you want to go in scale, RC era helicopters of modern day are more in true scale. Those things are like dead on scale. This is a little more toyish, but still the canopy is made out of a great material. It's got lights in the front and the bottom, and once you get these going, like I said, it's a pretty stable, considering it's just a bell stabilizer, no Hiller paddles. And as you can see, the head is very simple. Now, this head broke on this other one here, and that's what I showed here. I've been working on my own 3D printed head. So I try to mimic basically all those components that are there on the original with these little balls that I got from, these balls are used for fishing, for lures. To make your own fish lures, you can buy these balls. They're actually they have a concave section on our side on one of the ball, and it just so happens that these balls come in various sizes: 3mm, 4mm, 5mm. So I got all these sizes that I can use for different bowlings, and it's just another great thing that if you know what to use, you can get by when you can't get the original parts anymore. So this is my my modification here to the Kestrel. That one right there. I took the canopy apart. I took the mainframe, and I created my own fiberglass adapter here with the MIA tough landing gear that I've used on so many helicopters of back in the day that I used to make upgrades for. One of the first things they went was the landing gear on most of these helicopters. This one is actually quite resilient. I just broke one the other day flying because I did something stupid or silly in this transmitter. I actually flipped this while I was flying, and the helicopter crashed. So I ended up breaking right there, splitting the skid. But this landing gear is quite resilient. So it's, excuse me, God, my nose is running. I'm filming downward, and my head is kind of tilted. So anyway, that's my landing gear, my adapter for the landing gear, my canopy there. You can see how cool that looks and very low profile. These are 3D printed blades that I just printed recently with some adapters, 3D printed adapters to establish the angle, molded with heat. And that's I just installed this propeller, which is very similar to the original one. Bear in mind, I had to pull these from boxes and shelves that have been in storage for many years. So I'm about to do a flight here with these guys. I already flew both of these early in the morning because I couldn't wait to get these things going. So I finally got them going at around two in the morning. So I was flying these things, but it's kind of hard to do a video at night by myself. So I'm gonna try to situate my camera and try to get a video on my next take. Stay tuned for that flight video.